Hey everybody, welcome to the Etsy digital AI revolution. So this is all about one thing, which is set it and forget it, and how to sell those digital files on Etsy on autopilot. That's the end goal of all of this. But first, can you hear me? And can you see me? Just give me one in the chat box if you can hear me and see my screen okay. Everybody good, good, good. Awesome. We got a lot of people piling in. That's very cool. I appreciate that. I know it's a early one here. So let me know just where you're located. Type your location in the chat box. I am in London, Ontario, Canada, which is about 2 hours from Toronto and about 2 hours from Detroit, Michigan. So what do we got here? Galveston, Texas. Nice. I got to go to Texas one day. I think it's going to be nice. Rock Hill, hello. Very nice. Mexico. Whereabouts in Mexico yet? Oh, nice. Very nice. By the beach. Okay. Lots of beaches there. We got Prince George, British Columbia. We got Liverpool, England. Nice. Florida, 84 and hot, no doubt. New Jersey. How's it going? Glad you're not getting any of our smoke down there anymore in New York. All the fires went out. We finally got rain up here. What else we got? Oh, Brampton, just down the highway, down the 401 for me. Wonderful. And we got Newfoundland. Wow, I think you're the first one from Newfoundland on here. All right, so I got a lot of ground to cover. So what I'm going to do is kind of hop in here, and as people come in, that's a wonderful thing. I'm not going to keep you all day, but I do have 3 things that I want to cover. So again, thank you for coming. I do have a lot of stuff to show you. This is all about Etsy, digital, artificial intelligence, and the revolution that we're right at the start of. So welcome, welcome, welcome. What are we going to cover? 3 basic things. Number 1 is real Etsy shops making real money selling digital products. And I'm also going to show you the top Etsy shop out there and compare it to what we're doing. Okay. Number 2 is how artificial intelligence, AI, helps. You do not have to be a designer or hire one. And I'm going to explain kind of my journey with this, what happened to me, and how it ended up. So, number 3 is how to speed things up. I mean, you could do this alone if you wanted to. That's perfectly fine. But who wants to do that, right? So, who is this all for? Well, it's for the following people: people who they want to set it and forget it, people who want a passive income, people who want something new and awesome, people who value a good course, and positive action takers. Who it's not for: I don't really like negative people. I can't stand finger pointers. I don't really like quitters. I get it, but I don't like it. I'm not one to hang around bad attitudes or all around unpleasant people. You're here though, so I'm sure this is for you, and I'm sure you're not one of those. So if you do stay until the end, I do have something for you. But before we begin, I usually like to introduce myself, go through the whole spiel, but this time I'm not going to. If you want to know more, Google my name, Will Hamerl, or PPC Coach, and you'll find out a whole bunch about me. If you have any questions about me, I'd be happy to answer them after. I've also got a YouTube channel where you can, kind of listen to me, learn a lot about me in there. Basically, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a father of 5 daughters, husband, and been working full time online for myself since 2007, which makes me a dinosaur in this business. But enough about me. Most of you know me by now. If you don't, well, nice to meet you. So instead, let's talk about you. So, is this you? You're the pumped up Etsy seller. So, you know that there's a ton of potential in having your own Etsy shop. You've seen others succeed. You know it's possible, and you know that you're ready to start profiting too. So you start your research on YouTube. There's so many YouTubers who are trying to get your attention. Most of them are new, which is fine. They might have had a small taste of success, and then they start up their channel. And a lot of them kind of want to be YouTubers more than they want to be Etsy sellers, which is fine too. Nothing wrong with that. But I have some bad news for you. YouTube videos about Etsy are typically like nothing but fluff. Clickbait headlines, yeah, a lot of people talking, but very little substance. Usually, especially with the drop shipping guys who went over to Etsy, they'll hold up their phone and they'll have a screenshot on it with a big number. And then you get into the video and it's got nothing to do with that. and they're just blathering on about some random thing. So I'm not a fan of that myself. I mean, finding step-by-step instructions, good luck on YouTube. Now, there are guys like me that have uploaded full courses, of course, but that's few and far between. It can be frustrating. I know a lot of you spend a lot of time in that YouTube research phase. I mean, if that clicks kind of hits close to home, it's okay if it does. Maybe you know this stuff works, but you can't seem to crack the code to profits yet. Maybe you've tried to sell something like print on demand products on Etsy, but it hasn't worked out for you. And there's good reason for that too. There's just everybody on Etsy selling print on demand products is just copying everybody else blatantly. And it's to the point where, man, there's no unique print on demand products on there anymore, which is not good. Maybe you just know in your gut that this stuff is the answer that you've been looking for to finally profit online. But it just doesn't seem to click for you. So now what do? Well, you start seeking out paid training, which is wonderful. Usually a YouTuber has something to offer, but some of them just can't teach. Teaching and actually doing it, that is a very rare combination. So you continue to struggle and continue to not make any money online, or you end up in that vicious cycle of constantly buying, constantly failing, thinking of giving up, but you don't. The point is, you're not going to give up on your dream. So your dream is your goal, and your goal is what keeps you going, and goals are good. We all have them. What's yours? Type your goal in the chat box now. What revenue goal do you want to hit per month where you're like, I made it. I'm happy. This is all good. I can take care of my family. I can take care of my friends. I can do all that good stuff. Write that number in there in the chat box. Let's see what you guys are saying. We got a 10K a month. I like that goal. 5K a month. Like that goal. 2K a month. That's totally achievable. What's my big one here? Oh, at least a sale per day. That's a good goal. I mean, we all got to start somewhere, right? 2,000. My goal is quitting my day job and working full time online. 3K a month would be amazing. Love it. That's awesome. Good. 100,000 a month. Oh, we got a big hitter here. I love big goals. The thing about big goals when you launch those is even if you achieve like a small percentage of that 100K a month, you're still doing really well. I mean, think about what the average salary is. It's not like people making six figures is above average. So you're going to be an above average person, even hitting a fraction of that 100K goal. Love it. I want freedom and I want to travel the world. That's a great goal. I kind of wish I did that when I was younger. Now I'm just waiting for, all the kids to leave the house so I can go travel the world too. But that's a wonderful goal too. All right. So here's my goal. I need $3 million in cash to invest at 5% in a corporate bond ladder that pays me $150,000 per year, $12,500 per month for the rest of my life without lifting a finger again so I can focus on my kids and my wife daily. That's it. At that point, I don't need to worry about money. You don't really need more than that every month. I mean, unless you're living some extravagant lifestyle, which I do not. I'm very happy with the stuff that I have. So there you go. With interest rates where they're at right now, getting that 5% on a corporate bond is very achievable, even one with a AAA rating, which is really good. And I'm saying all that because I used to be a financial advisor, so I know what all this stuff is. If you're wondering about what the heck is a corporate bond ladder, what's he talking about, the cash to invest in there, how does that work? Hit me up later. I'll help you out with that. But there's a reason I'm not a financial advisor anymore, too. I was horrible at my job and I hated it. So, anyway, I'm not there yet, but I am working on it. The point is, without that goal, I would struggle to keep going some days. Some days just plain old stink. Maybe a shop just doesn't get any traffic or sales, or something goes wrong, or someone copies me, or you get that dreaded Etsy payment reserve, which is kind of going to slow your account down for like 90 days, and they're going to hold your money. Or it's just a plain old bad day. Maybe you got in a fight with somebody. Maybe you woke up in a bad mood. Maybe like today, my hip hurts for some odd reason, and I don't know why. Well, I think it's because I was kind of chasing my kid on the bike the other day, and I tweaked it. But it just happens, right? Or even worse, I mean, Etsy suspends you, and that's one of the most frustrating of all things that can happen to you as an Etsy seller. Typically, those suspensions happen when you're opening a shop, okay? And there's ways to avoid that too. But you keep going because you have a goal. So why tell you all this? Well, you need something to keep you going too. Bad days happen. Goals give you something to focus on. You can feel sorry for yourself and wallow in self-pity, or you can change anything you want in your life, which is why you're here. So maybe you've tried and failed, and that's why I put together the Etsy Digital AI course. Now, more on that later. Let's get into that training now. Let's dive in. I can't wait. Number one, the first thing I'm going to show you is real shops making real money. They're doing what you want to be doing already. So, want to see a few? Cool, let's go. I'm going to start with the biggest shop on Etsy. And I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is called Caitlin Minimalist. And you can go there right now. They're at 2,259,023 sales right now. If I hit refresh on the screen, watch this. So remember, 2,259,023 sales. Reload the screen. 2,259,087 sales. So in the time that I loaded this screen, which was approximately an hour ago, they've made whatever 87 minus 20, I think it was 23, about 50, we'll call it 50 sales per hour that this thing is bringing in. Now I'm showing you this because they are the biggest shop on Etsy, but if you look at what they're selling, this is not a digital shop. Okay, they are selling personalized name necklaces and jewelry. And that is huge on Etsy. Etsy loves this stuff. The Etsy buyers, there's like 93 million of them. They love this. Now, the only problem, if it's you and me, and we're like, I want to open up my own Will's Minimalist shop, and I'm going to sell custom name necklaces and jewelry and all that stuff, and I'm going to deliver it to people all around the world. Well, you know what I need now? I need the product. I need a warehouse. I need employees. I need to be able to ship it. I need to be able to pack it. I need to be able to update things. I need more employees for that. This place probably has like 50 employees or 75. I don't even know what they're up to at this point. They're making a lot of money, yes, but they also have a lot of expenses. This is what you'd call like a handmade, real deal OG business on Etsy. So this is wonderful, but I'm not interested in this. Okay, this doesn't tickle my fancy. What I want is a business where I can basically set my products up and I can forget about it. Okay, I don't want to hire employees. I don't want to have a warehouse. I don't want to have to create the product every time somebody orders it. That would drive me nuts. I know it works. I know it's profitable, but I don't want to manage 50 employees. I don't want to pay a lease on a warehouse. I don't want to bring in cargo containers, like ship containers full of raw product from China every month. Like I don't want to import that. I don't want to go through the customs hassle. I don't that kind of brick and mortar business, that which this is, Caitlin Minimalist. I'm not interested. Okay. Instead, I want to do something where I set it and I forget it and I can make sales on autopilot. I create my product one time and people buy it and they get delivered instantly. So what I get is a bunch of happy customers because there's no delay. We are faster than Amazon. That's crazy to say. Amazon delivers so friggin' fast, all those physical products. Etsy Digital is faster because as soon as they buy it, within like a minute, they've got it. They have it on their computer ready to go. So let's look at some of these products, some of these shops now that I'm talking about. Here's one, Ratty Tank. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I love the name, very catchy. Digital mock-ups. Okay, what they do now, this particular company, I think they actually do take pictures of these and they post them. And you can see they've got 100,827 sales. They're based in the UK, but these are all digital products. Okay, so they created them physically, but did you know you don't have to do that? Did you know you can create these digitally and you can't even tell the difference? So you could create a mock-up shop on Etsy, load it up with mock-ups, created digitally using AI, and never have to worry about buying a camera, hiring models, figuring out backgrounds, buying the product, taking the pictures, editing the pictures, all that stuff. You wouldn't have to worry about that at all. So that's what I'm talking about. Now, this particular shop's doing really well, right? 100,000 sales. Here's another one. This lady, you guys have probably seen this before, HeatherRobertsArt.com. She is selling SVG cut files for Cricut fonts and watercolor clip art. So she's been around a long time. She's got 801,328 sales. Now, remember, I had this page loaded approximately an hour ago, so I'm going to hit reload. Remember, 328, 359. So 59 minus 28, what's that? Pull out the old calculator, see how many sales she's done in an hour. 59 minus 28, about 31 sales an hour. So every 2 minutes, she's getting a sale. That's crazy, right? This is all digital. So all these products that she has, now she's got bundles, she's got clip art things here. You can see she's even gotten into the AI world. So this little clip art set is $1. And you might be thinking, man, that's $1. I can't make any money selling on Etsy for $1. Oh yeah, you can. Because you make this once and it sells like 1,000 times. And multiply by how many listings she's got? 4,126 listings. This shop has been around for a while, which is why it's got so many sales and so many admirers. But all it's selling since 2020, 3 years, that many sales. That is insane. Now, her best selling product was right there in the reviews, which I'll show you here. This one. This is something that you can make very easily too. It's just a split letter monogram. And if you look at the reviews for this item, 2,529. And if I analyze this listing, now I'm using Everbee to do this. If you want to grab a free copy of Everbee, go to ppc-coach.com/Everbee. You can get it. But you can look at total sales. I think this is month. No, 20,547 of this sold. Meaning at $1, that's $20,000 sold. And minus the Etsy fees, which are approximately 17%. That means she's keeping approximately 83% of that $20,000 in her pocket. So she created this once, listed it on her shop, people buy it, she makes money. And she doesn't have to do anything else. That's the best part. That's the beauty of Etsy and digital files. So that's one. And then somebody came along and said, okay, well, they saw how good she was doing, so they opened up their own. So this is one from Ram Design Studio, 38,494 sales. Why am I showing you this? Well, look at what they're selling. These are all mainly created, I believe, with AI. I could be wrong. They could be a designer, but even if they are a designer, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to go to page 268 on the reviews, see how old the shop is. The shop is I'm going to say it was launched in October of 2022, and they're at 38,000 sales. Now they're pumping out a ton of these little digital files and they're selling them for dirt cheap. But at that volume, 38,494 sales in what's that? Not even a year. That's pretty good. That's really, really good. You can do this. This is possible. Now you might be thinking, how the heck am I going to make that picture of like hands with some nails for Juneteenth or whatever it may be? Well, AI can do that. AI can do all these. AI can do this nice little Highland cow with the sunglasses and the bandana. It can do that very easily. It can do basically any of these. This little thing, beach sunset PNG sublimation design, that could be done in about 10 seconds with AI. So you don't have to be a designer anymore to do this, which is the best part. Now let's go to another one. This is one of my favorites. This lady, Bailey Design Co., does custom tumblers and sublimation designs. Now, when I loaded this page, it had 265,598 sales. Let's do the reload. 265,673 sales, which means she's approximately 80 sales an hour, which is bananas. Just bananas. And you know what she sells? She's got 3,300 listings. She's selling these templates for tumblers. Now she added in can coolers, but her primary business is these templates for tumblers. Do you see this one? This teal purple daisies? I could make this in about 10 seconds using AI. And I could list it on my own Tumblr shop, selling you sublimation designs, and I can compete with her. This is a huge business. She's one of the fastest growing shops on there. Now she's got a Facebook group, she's got an email list, she's doing everything right. I love this shop. And you're thinking, Will, how the heck am I going to make this? And what's this? Angelic clouds? I can't make that. I'm not an artist. Oh, yeah, but AI can. You tell it to make angelic clouds on a blue background, kind of faded, with a blonde-haired woman with wings, and it will do it. Put it on a on watery ground, it can do it for you. It's amazing what's possible with AI. So this kind of thing, in the past, you would have to hire a designer to do it. Now, you don't need that. You can use AI to do all the heavy lifting for you. So here's somebody too. I'm guessing they saw how good she was doing. So they're like, well, I'm going to make Tumblr wrap designs too. And you're thinking, okay, what the heck is a Tumblr wrap? What's a design? Well, they're selling to people who are selling tumblers. So think of it that way. So you're like selling the shovels to the gold miners. Instead of selling directly to consumer, they're selling to other businesses. This is something you can get into big time. This is what all these examples are showing you. This mock-up shop is selling mock-ups to other Etsy sellers. This shop, Heather Roberts Art, is selling PNG and cut files to Cricut owners. This Bailey Design Co. is selling these designs to people who have their own machines that are making this. Totally different world, right? Also, totally profitable and very, very profitable. So you're kind of moving up the food chain. So I come from the print on demand world where I would sell like a funny coffee mug to a consumer who would give it as a gift, or I would sell a sentimental necklace or message card to somebody who's looking for a gift for their wife or for their husband or for their daughter or for graduation or for a wedding, whatever it may be. That business model works very well. This is the next level. Okay. When you take the next step to the next level and you add in artificial intelligence to do all the heavy lifting for you, you're in a whole new world. Okay. This is amazing. So I wanted to show you a couple examples just to get get you kind of salivating more than anything. But did you notice anything? So how many combined sales did we have there? Well, before I hit reload, it was 1,299,581 sales. We'll say an average order value of $1.50 because one shop was $4, one was $1, one was like 76 cents. And they have bundles too that they sell for like $10 or $15. One had an all access pass for the whole store for like $97. We'll call it $1.50 average order value. That means those shops that I just showed you have generated just shy of $2 million in revenue. They will keep approximately 83% of that because it's digital. There's no base cost. There's no shipping cost. It's just you make it, you list it, Etsy takes their fees. There might be an offsite ad fee, and that's it. So $1,949,371.50. That's got my attention. And the best part of it all, there's no product costs. There's no shipping costs because it is all digital, right? Etsy fees are all that is paid, and it's approximately 17%. Translation, you keep most of your revenue with digital products. You don't give it to a print on demand company. You don't give it to the United States Postal Service. You keep it. Are you pumped yet? Do you see what's possible? I hope so. It gets even better. So let's move on to the second part now. How artificial intelligence helps. And my awful start with digital products on Etsy. So story time, okay? Let's go back to September 14th, 2020. I had been looking at Etsy Digital for a long time. I had started a shop selling coffee mugs on Etsy in 2016. It was going pretty well. I got up to about 169 sales pretty quick. And back then, not too many people were doing that. Then my connection to the print on demand supplier that I used broke. I went away on vacation. I ended up with like 3 or 4 orders that didn't get shipped out. On Etsy, that means you get a 1-star review, you get angry customers, and your shop is basically dead in the water. Because if you have too many 1-star reviews, nobody's going to buy from you because they don't like you and they think they're not going to get their product. That's what happened to me. So I'm like, I got to shift gears here. I got to figure something out. I had been sniffing around digital on Etsy for a long time. And this was actually based on a member of my group coaching program who joined my group coaching program, and he said, "Hey, I've got this shop. I sell these digital files." He was doing really well. He lives out west here in Canada, and I was blown away when he showed me the shop. So I'm like, I got to get into something like that too. So I'm like, how do I do this? I think his daughter or family member was a designer. That's how he did it. But I was like, man, this is amazing. I want to do this. I knew I knew that digital was the future. I was heavily into print on demand back then and doing really well. I've sold over 7 figures in print on demand, but even back 3 years ago, I knew digital was the future. That's where it's at. But I had a very big problem. I'm not a designer. I can draw a little bit, but I mean, I can't draw like 10 things a day to list on my shop and to have somebody like it enough to buy it. I'm a problem solver more than anything. So I thought I solved that problem of not being a designer. There's this company called Design Pickle. Okay, so enter this company, right? I Googled around for designers. I know you can go to Fiverr and hire one. I know you can go to Upwork and hire somebody direct, which I probably should have done because that's actually what Design Pickle does. They just act as a middleman, right? So I'm like, could this be the solution? Could they do it for me? There's only one way to find out. Now, oh, that screenshot is their current one, but their prices haven't changed. It's like $500 a month to start. Then it goes up to 1,000. Then it goes up to like 1,700 a month. It's insane. But they on the $500 a month one, they all say all plans include unlimited requests, unlimited revisions, and Adobe source files. So I'm like, bingo, that's what I want. Unlimited, right? I can do this. I can create my digital shop with unlimited designs for like $4.99 per month. This is it. This is the solution. So let's say I want to get up to 1,000 designs on my shop. Well, $4.99 divided by 1,000, that would be like 50 cents per design, one-time cost. I list it. I make a fortune. We just like retire to the beach drinking our margaritas. This is all good. Like this is what I need. That would work, except for one detail that they don't mention. So even on their little page there, they say they're unlimited. Well, then they tell me no, and maybe they changed it since then, but they're like, no, it's 2 requests per day, so 60 per month. I was like, well, that's not really what I signed up for, but I'm like, I'll give it a shot for a month. So 4.99 divided by 60 designs per month, that's like $8.32 per design. Yikes! Now we're talking big bucks. So if I want 1,000 designs, I have to pay like $58,000, $58,240 out of my pocket to fill up an Etsy digital shop with 1,000 designs. Yeah, uh, that's a little rich. I was not happy. 1,000 designs, if that's the goal, even getting there at 60 per month would take me like 17 months to hit that. Not what I wanted at all. I had to scrap my plans. I couldn't afford to open that Etsy digital shop. It was too big a risk for me. I didn't want to do it, so I just went back to print on demand. I was not willing to spend like $58,000 to test some designs to hope they sold, nor take like a year and a half to get to 1,000 listings. So I went back to selling print on demand products. And I mean, I've done very well with it. I'm happy with that. But that company, they even charged me after I canceled and they refused to refund me. And I don't recommend them at all for that reason, because you would think that a company, they literally said, I think it was like, I canceled. And then they're like, you didn't cancel close, or you didn't cancel early enough for the rebill or something like that. And I'm like, so what? It's been like uh, 24 hours. I don't care. Just cancel it and refund me. And they insisted no. So I'm like, okay, well, you just created an enemy. I don't recommend your company now. And I'm going to make sure I tell everybody I don't recommend your company because of that. So I don't recommend them. Don't use them. They don't treat their customers very well. Anyway, fast forward to about 6 months ago, artificial intelligence all of a sudden became the hot topic for everyone. You saw it everywhere, right? So Chat GPT was the first. It's text-based. It's awesome. You could ask it any question. Now you can get it to like create full product descriptions for Etsy, which is amazing. You can get it to write ebooks. You can get it to write your essays if you're in school. You gotta be careful though, because you get busted for using AI. Teachers are onto it now. But it couldn't do images, right? It did text only until artificial intelligence came out that could create images. And I remember my first one, it was an app, and I saw it on like a TikTok thing or something, and they said upload your picture and we'll make cartoon avatars of you and all these different poses. So I'm like, okay, I did it, and then sure enough, they charge you like $5 a month to use it. So I did that, and I was like, man, how do they do that? So I started researching and looking around. I'm like, there must be a way. They're using something, and it's a thing called Midjourney back then. That was my first taste, and I was hooked. And I know there's a lot of variations out there now, but this is like the one that I like the most because all my systems are built on it. But Midjourney is basically an AI creation tool. It lives on a Discord server. So Discord is like a chat program, and Midjourney is like a bot that lives on the chat program. Basically, you tell it what you want, it'll create 4 versions for you. You pick the ones you want, you own the rights, you can sell it. Holy cow, right? This is what I needed. This is what I needed 3 years ago when I was looking at opening my digital shop on Etsy. Now I use this thing daily. I use it to fill my Etsy shops, plural, with designs to sell. So this is a game changer. And it's going to create more millionaires than any other program, in my honest opinion. There's no doubt about it. So it is your designer, and it does an awesome job. So, like, you want a mock up, you tell it what you want, it'll do it. It's amazing. You just, if you can type and click a mouse, you can do it. So you can use artificial intelligence to create, and then you post it on your Etsy shop for sale because you own the commercial rights to it. Can you see the potential? There is a ton. We are pioneers at the beginning of a whole new era, right? Digital plus Etsy plus artificial intelligence equals happy people and a lot of money. The upside to this is enormous because the biggest problem that people had is I'm not a designer. I don't want to spend $58,000 to create an Etsy digital shop and hope it works. I'd rather not, right? So if you can eliminate those problems and solve them, now we're cooking. The only limit is how many you want to create and list on your shop. The only limit is how many shops you want to open. You are allowed to have more than one. The only caveat is they say you have to disclose all your shops. They don't say where to disclose it. They don't say anything like that. Now, knock on wood, I have multiple shops going and everything is working wonderfully for me so far. The market exists. People are buying digital products as we've seen already on Etsy, and that is big time. Give the market what it wants, okay? And put a ton of money in your pocket. Now, does that sound good so far? It 100% is. Let's move on to the third thing now, which is vital, and then we'll close this off. And that is number 3, how to speed things up. So there's no need to go at this alone anymore. Are you getting excited? I think so, based on the comments I've seen in the chat box. But you might have a few questions on where to begin and what's this all about? What do I do? How do I get going? All that. Well, I mean, buckle up. It's about to get even better than that. So let's finish this off, and then I'm going to get to my offer to you. So the reality check is it's not a simple thing we're talking about. There's a lot of moving parts. It can be complicated to figure out. You need a couple things before you can even start. The requirements to succeed are like an Etsy shop, at least one, right? Products to sell. I don't know what I was saying there. The ability to create them, ability to list them, ability to scale them, accountability, guidance, motivation. You need a group of like-minded people and a never give up attitude. So how do you do this? Well, you have 2 basic options. You got the path to success. You can take the easy way, which is a straight line, or you can take the hard way, which is like you try something, it doesn't work, you shift gears, go the other way, try that, doesn't work, shift gears, go back the other way, doesn't work. You can see the line on the left, the red line, is a lot shorter than the red line on the right. The hard way, go for it on your own. Okay, go to YouTube, search for how to sell digital products on Etsy. You're going to get the following: different opinions, different styles, outdated methods, shifty peoples, clickbait, thumbnails, tons of ways, no real substance to it. Then you go and try each one on your own. Now you've got something. It's not the solution, but it is something called information overload. So you have so many options that you don't know where to start, which typically leads to overthinking and overanalyzing. So you do nothing and go back to square one. That route stinks. I don't suggest it for anyone. Instead, take the easy route. Learn from someone who is an experienced expert. Let's go back to 2005 for a second so I can show you what I did. I was a financial advisor and I was horrible at it. If you gave me $10,000, I could turn it into 5,000 overnight easily just by listening to the talking heads and all those expert analysts who told me what to do and told me what to tell my customers to do, and they were usually wrong. I hated it. I couldn't sleep at night. So I went and I got a job at TD Ameritrade, took the night shift so I could search the internet because I knew I didn't want to be in that business anymore. I know it's a great business. It's just not for me. I found a mentor. He taught me all about my first business, which was generating secured loan leads online. And I would sell them to banks and loan companies in the UK. Without him, I'd still be at my 9 to 5 job. I'd probably be like a regional manager for TD Ameritrade in North America or some boring job like that that I'd hate. I didn't like it. So I figured out what to do. If you want to learn how to lose weight, what do? Find someone to teach you how. If you want to learn to fly a plane, what do? You find someone to teach you how. In fact, you have to. So you have to take a course, pass the course, go get some flight hours with somebody sitting beside you. Then you have to go and solo. Then you'll get your license if everything's all good. Then you can go and run away with that ultra expensive hobby of the rich, which is flying planes. You want to learn how to make money with Etsy and digital products? You got to find someone to teach you how. That's a problem though. And it's no different. Okay. You have to find someone to teach you how. And a group of people who are going through it all with you too would be nice, which brings me to my offer for you. At the beginning, I mentioned that I have my Etsy digital AI course. That's what my offer is, a way to skip a lot of the roadblocks to get profitable. There's just one small problem. Okay. I haven't shot the course yet and I need your help. Kind of weird, but I need a beta group. I need like beta testers to make sure that this is the best course ever created. That is my goal. More on that in a minute. Do you think digital products can work for you? I hope you're nodding your head yes. So far we covered real Etsy shops making real money, how artificial intelligence helps, and how to speed things up. So my question is, do you want to help me? Introducing the Etsy Digital AI course beta. So all the info and the methods that I've shown today, they kind of only scratched the surface, not even a dent, to be honest. My Etsy Digital AI course beta program is all about teaching you how to start an Etsy digital shop, actually more than one, teaching you how to grow an Etsy digital shop, teaching you how to scale your Etsy digital shops, teaching you how to use artificial intelligence to do all your designs, getting you to cash in on Etsy and digital products. Bottom line, making you money. That's the goal. So what is it though? Full training, support, some sweet bonuses all packaged up for you to get there quick. So if it sounds pretty sweet, that's because it is. But like I said, I haven't shot the course videos yet. So who am I to even offer you this if I haven't shot it? Well, I've shot a lot of courses over my career. I've done a lot of boot camps. I have membership sites. I am a very experienced teacher in this. I just want to make sure I get this one right because this is going to be my flagship product going forward, and I want to make the best version possible. So, like I said, I've created a lot of courses over the years, had a lot of success with those. I know what I'm doing. I do have a plan for this one. I just want to make sure that I cover everything you need. Okay, so I need some help. You can be a beta tester for me. Tell me what you want. Okay, look over my course outline, add or remove things. I'm going to create an info, modules, lessons, learning portal you can log into anytime. It's going to be based on my experience, it's going to be based on your needs. The end result is a full course, my flagship course, the best possible course that I can produce. And over the years in producing all these courses in the past, what I learned is what I think I need to teach and what you actually want to be taught can be two different things. I want to get this right the first time. So I'm going to involve you in the process. I'm going to say, here's my outline, here's what I want to do. What's your feedback? And in exchange for that, you're going to get the full course at the end, plus a lot more. So you're going to end up with a full course, step by step in detail. You're going to love it. It's going to be completed over the next 4 weeks. You will help me ensure it's the best course ever by providing feedback, requesting anything you want covered. And that's just the course though. So for this kind of beta program, I've got a couple bonuses too to get you started right away. So bonus one is ongoing support. I don't want you to go at this alone ever. There's no need to fly solo anymore. If you've ever tried talking to someone about online stuff, that's fine. Go try talking about Etsy digital products and artificial intelligence. They'll be like, haha, that's wait, what? Artificial who? Digital on Etsy, what? I don't get it. That's what my wife does every time I start talking about my business or my courses or my wacky ideas. What's the solution? It's a group of people who speak your language. And that's what bonus number one is, a dedicated members only group for support and coaching along the way. So I'm going to help you. I'm not only going to shoot that course, provide it for you. You're going to have full access to it 100%, but you're going to get support too. So you get the private dedicated Facebook group. That's where I'm going to do it. Members only, right on Facebook, available 24/7. Get support, network with others, people who are in your shoes, people who will help you out, led by me. That's separate from the learning portal where the course actually will reside. So it is as valuable as the training itself. You get training, support. Does that sound pretty good? So far, that's what you're going to get. The Etsy digital course beta, uh, $1,997 value. Dedicated support group, another $1,997 value. We're at $3,994. But that's not all. So I've got some more bonuses for you. Bonus number two, I wrote a book on this. So this one is print on demand and digital products to build your Etsy empire. I'm leaning more and more on digital lately than anything, but it is on Amazon right now. You can go see it. Search for my name on there, you'll find it. So I'll give you that too. I'll give you the Etsy Empire digital book. Now it doesn't cost much on Amazon, but the value wise is $997. So we're at $4,991. You want more? Okay, I got more for you. Just stay tuned for a second. I ran a boot camp on this in the past. Okay, digital files and Etsy. I'm going to give it to you. So my Etsy and digital files boot camp will give you something to work on instantly while I'm getting feedback and shooting the modules and the lessons for the course. So bonus number three is my Etsy digital files boot camp. There's 4 training sessions in there. There's a dedicated Facebook group attached to that. It's going to teach you how to sell printable cards, PNG files, printable wall decor, as well as the fourth one is building your email list for the free giveaway. So these are all things that I may or may not include in the course. I think I'm going to include them in the course, but I have other items that are going to be included in the course too beyond this. So the course is basically going to expand big time on that boot camp and be more refined since it won't be shot live. So all my boot camps that I do like an hour live training. My courses, though, I get to kind of shoot them here in my office and I get to edit them and I get to kind of have a more polished version than the boot camps. So that's the reason they exist. Now that boot camp's got a $997 value too, so now we're up to $5,988. I'm not done though. I've got more bonuses for you, and then we're almost done. So you do need to build a list. That'll get you sales faster. Now the good thing is I ran a boot camp dedicated to that already, and it is yours too. That is my email marketing boot camp. Email's king, right? Even on Etsy, it's vital. I've got some very cool methods to teach you that'll bring in repeat customers, and it'll teach you more than I can in a 1 hour session or like one video in the course. Although I am going to have email marketing in the course as well. All right. So that's another 997 value. So now we're up to $6,985, but I'm feeling generous. So I thought about this. I'm like, you know what? I got a whole bunch of boot camps. I got a whole bunch of digital ones. I got a whole bunch of things I'm going to cover in the course. But how about one more? So I ran an Easter one not too long ago where I taught 3 more digital file types. It focused on Easter though. So, but the file types can be applied year round, the digital file types to sell on Etsy. So I'm going to throw that in too. So that's the Etsy Easter Digital Bootcamp. I did PNG files again because I really like them. This time though, I included TV frame art, which is going to go into the course because I love that stuff. If you don't know what TV frame art is, um, the new TVs now, they make them look like they're a picture frame, and people actually buy artwork to go digitally inside the frame. So when the TV's sitting there, it's not a big black box anymore. It's now an actual art piece. And you can create files with artificial intelligence to sell to these people who have these TVs, who will buy them and put them on display in their homes as digital art. It's called TV frame art. It's freaking amazing. That you open one of those stores alone in a year from now, you're laughing. Okay. Now, it's not instant riches or anything like that. It does take time to build up sales, build up momentum, get noticed by the Etsy algorithm. But the way that we're going to do it, we're getting into products that are going to solve problems for people real nice, as well as coloring pages. That's another product. Now, I focused on Easter for those ones, but you can sell coloring pages and you could have a coloring page shop on Etsy and just sell that to, like, think of teachers, huge market for that. Think of uh, moms, think of dads who just want to get some crafts for their kids, think of kids who just need a gift for their birthday or whatever it may be. Coloring pages work very well. The best part is I know how to create all these products using AI, and I will teach you how to do it. So those can be sold year round. May as well get a jump on those instantly. Comes with a dedicated Facebook group too. But remember, those trainings were done live, so the refined version is going to be a lot better. All right, so that's a ton. I mean, now we just add another 997. Now we're at $7,982. How's that sound? So the full course, when completed, support, a book, 3 existing boot camps, you get it all. That's a ton of value. I should charge that almost $8,000 for this, but I'm not. I'm not going to charge that much. I had a choice to make. First option, sell it for cheap, get more people going. Second option, charge more, limited to fewer people. I didn't want to do that. I went with option one. I want to help as many people as possible. I think it's a good deal at almost $8,000. I priced this at $997. When my flagship course, this one, comes out to the general public, it's going to be $1,000. Okay. But since you're a beta purchaser and you're going to give me your feedback, and we're going to make sure this is the best course possible ever made for Etsy Digital, I'm offering it for 70% off. So everything that you saw you get for $299.10. You can go there and buy it. ppc-coach.com/go. I'll leave that up on the screen. This is limited time. Okay, the beta group is not lasting forever. The link is at the bottom right of the screen. You're getting everything. You're going to make money selling digital products on Etsy. If you want to speed things up, this is what you need to do that. Okay. If all it did was teach you how to cash in on Etsy and digital products, would that be worth it? Yeah. If all it did was give you support in the private Facebook group, would that be worth it? Yep. If all it did was give you my book, would that be worth it? 100%. And finally, if all it did was give you immediate access to 3 previous boot camps where I taught a whole bunch about Etsy Digital, would that be worth it? Yes, it would. So, bottom line is this: if you want to sell digital files on Etsy, you have 2 basic options. Option one, do it alone. Like I said, go to YouTube, go to Facebook groups, search for how to cash in or how to sell Etsy digital products. Get conflicting info, get confused, get overloaded, overthink it, second guess yourself, waste time, waste energy, struggle, or buy beta access to my flagship course now. You're going to get the full course created with your feedback, support, my book, 3 previous boot camps. Am I crazy for even doing this? Maybe, but I wanted to do something different with this course. I've created them all in the past where I shot them, had them all ready to go, then sold them. And then there were some changes that I kind of wish I made before I finalized the final version. So which option do you prefer? I think it's a complete no-brainer. Is that a lot of money? Yes and no. I mean, not really for what you're getting. You're getting a ton of value. But what are you really buying? Well, think of it this way. It's like buying tickets for a concert 4 weeks before the concert date. And I know for a fact that if you're a Swiftie, you're paying minimum $500 for one ticket to her concert, which is insane. They go as high as like $2,000 on the black market for those tickets. I know because 2 of my daughters just went to the concert in Detroit. They paid $500 each for freaking nosebleed seats at Ford Field. That was $1,000 that they put into that. Compare that to this. My course is going to make you money. Going to a Taylor Swift concert is going to give you happiness temporarily and a memory, which memories are great. I love memories, but it's not going to make you money. Okay. And then you get into the merch and the $65 t-shirts and $100 hoodies or whatever she charges. Man, it's insane. So this is like buying tickets for a concert, except that concert can actually make you money. I have a goal. I want to create my flagship Etsy digital AI course that will sell for $997 in the future. More importantly, my goal is to get you making money selling digital products on Etsy with the help of AI. with a very refined and polished approach where I use you as a sounding board. You see my outline, you see what I'm planning, you see what I've done. Then you're like, you know what? Can we add this? Can we add this? I have questions about this. That way, when we're done, we have a course that answers every question anybody could possibly have in detail, properly, so that everybody can benefit from it. I love this. I love this approach. I'm giving you a ton of value to get you making money as fast as possible. You can do this alone. I did. I had to learn a lot of this on my own because there are no courses about this right now, or actually, I don't know of any. I wish someone could have showed me. Does a course like this exist? I can't find any. I think this is a first of its kind because I like to be a pioneer. I like to lead the pack, not follow it. Let's increase the odds of you making money on Etsy with digital products. Who am I to teach you? Just an experienced expert who sold over 7 figures with a lot of success so far. That's it. If you have any questions, email me, ppccoach@gmail.com. And now, what's the difference between now and later? Well, you might be struggling now. Later, you won't be anymore. Like I said, it's limited time offer. It's not going to be available forever. Don't wait on it. You might miss the bus. Now, some common questions that I get all the time, then I'm going to close it off, okay? So why a course? Like I said, I love training people live in my boot camps. I love training them live in my group coaching program. I love training them live. That's fun for me. But a course allows me to pre-record and edit videos, take my time, plan things out better, and it allows for a more polished training system. Plus, this will be my flagship course, and like it's going to be awesome. So I like courses too, and this is the way I think the best way to go about it. So how's it going to be delivered? All the videos will be on the Learn Plus platform, which you will get login information to upon purchase. Right now, there's nothing in there, but there's going to be, the course is going to live on that platform. You can log into it anytime. Support, feedback, updates are in the dedicated Facebook group. Bonuses, they're available instantly in their own Facebook groups right now because I ran those boot camps in their own Facebook group. So I've done this before. This ain't my first rodeo. Okay. How many modules? There's 8 planned, but it could be more. Okay. If you guys are like, you know what, I want to see more on this. What about this? You're like, I've always wondered this. It could be a new module for me. But the core is 8 minimum. All right. How many training videos? Planned 5 per module. That's a minimum. There's a minimum of 40 videos, but it's probably typically I run like 60, 70 videos in my courses, in my big ones that I've done in the past. And you can see one right now on my YouTube channel. I've got 2 up there. One for called Engraving Profits, another for Gear Bubble. They're full courses. You can see examples of what I do on there. What'll be covered? Every single step in detail. And there's 3 phases to this. There's starting, growing, and scaling. And that's what the course is going to go through in those 3 phases, and all the modules will cover all that. Okay. So will it be one shop or multiple? Is it a general store or a dedicated store? Start with one shop, grow with multiple, scale with techniques taught for each shop, but you're not limited to one shop. Okay. I had somebody ask me, I think it was on my YouTube channel. They said, um, do I need like a new IP address and a new computer and a new banking information and all this stuff in order to open a second shop? And I'm like, no. Like I literally opened mine right here from my computer, same computer. I have my same identity information, mine, and my same banking information on all of my shops. And Etsy has been fine with it. They have no issue with it. So it works. I know because I do this. I'm not gonna show you anything unless I'm doing it myself. Okay. Which makes me a little bit different from others too. When can you start? Right now. You get instant access to the group, updates as each set of videos are posted to the Learn Plus platform. It's kind of exciting because you come into, you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh man, did Will do any videos? Oh, there's like 3 more in there. There's 4 more in there. There's 5. And all of a sudden we're getting closer and closer to the finish line. But all the bonuses are available immediately for you to go through. They're just waiting for you. So can I have multiple Etsy shops? Yes, you can. Now they do say you have to disclose them. They don't say where the heck you disclose those. So they're not real clear on that, but you'll be building one at a time, or you can use one you've already got to test everything that you're going to learn. The way that I do it in my group coaching program is I have my one general store. And on that store, for under all the sections, I just have my different product types. And when a product type starts taking off or doing really well, I will take that product type and I'll open up a dedicated shop for it. That's another route that you can take. I'll discuss that too. Will you teach free traffic? Well, yeah, that's kind of what Etsy is all about. So we're going to be covering Etsy SEO in detail. There's 93 million buyers already on Etsy. I mean, you got a ton of competition too. There's about 7 million sellers now, but a lot of them don't, I would say probably 95, 96% of them don't do anything except open the shop and give up. So let's get your products in front of them using cutting edge systems for titles, tags, and descriptions and research. I got spy tools I'm going to show you, stuff that I use all the time, and how to be unique, which is key too. So unique and first to market always kicks butt in print on demand or digital, whatever you're doing. Will you teach, let's just say, Etsy ads? Yes, you're going to learn how to run Etsy ads properly. Now, the dollar per day for the whole shop, that's kind of scary. I would use my system instead. I mean, you can do that, but you're not really going to get very good results if that's what you're doing, dollar per day for the whole shop. Now, what if you have more questions? Fire me an email. Go to my free Facebook group, ppc-coach.com/group. That'll go to Facebook. You can join that. There's about, I think, 9,700 or 9,800 members in there. Or go to my YouTube channel. You can post questions or in the comments on any video there too. So, did you join the beta yet? Awesome. See you in the group in a minute. If you're still on the fence, here's a couple of my favorite testimonials. So here's one from Mandy. Known Will for a few years, have a couple of his courses. You'll always learn something from him, whether you're at the beginning, intermediate, or advanced stage of your business. He teaches what is working for him now, and he teaches in a simple, easy to understand way. I was able to implement one of his courses, and within the first lesson, made my investment back. I love that. Oliver, I don't usually make public posts on Facebook, but feel I need to tonight. Will, you could be spending your time making money for yourself instead of creating such great and insightful content. I truly believe you genuinely care and want people to help people. You got me started with print on demand back in February, and I'm already seeing great success. I've hit several bumps along the way. Just believe in yourself. You can do this, and you will. Take care. And then Chris, I've been following Will for nearly 3 years now, and to this day, I think he's one of the best in the business when it comes to coaching print on demand and Facebook ads. I've purchased a couple of his courses in the past. They've been great. Everything he teaches has been battle tested and proven, so you can trust the strategies that he shares. Definitely follow this guy. You won't regret it. I used to be huge into Facebook ads right until they banned me 3 years ago. So if you want more testimonials, go there. You can get them. What happens after you order, you get immediate access to the group, immediate access to the bonuses, so you can start right now while we build out the course with your feedback. If you don't get the emails for the login to the course platform or the email with all the information on the bonuses, just email me and let me know. Give it about 10 or 15 minutes to get to your inbox. Thanks for watching. I cannot wait to help you succeed. You are buying something unique. Okay, this is beta access to what's going to be my flagship Etsy digital AI course. If you skip it, I'll call you crazy, but we can always part as friends. So do not wait on this. This is what you've been searching for. Let's get you profitable, cashing in on Etsy and digital products with a step-by-step course delivered in full within the next 4 weeks. Okay, so thank you for coming on. I appreciate your time. Get in now if you haven't already. ppc-coach.com/go. It is a limited time offer. I will take any questions in here. Oh, somebody. And then we'll close her off. Oh, there's a couple. Oh boy. Okay, let me go through these and then we'll shut it down for the day. Yeah, so there's a comment, even if they put you on reserve for a totally unfounded complaint, it takes time, takes them forever to unreserve you. Yeah, it's like 90 days. Almost as bad as brick and mortar. Can you put that in your listing faster than Amazon? You can, because it's instant delivery. Why does Etsy sometimes charge tax on my digital designs and sometimes not? That depends on where your buyer is and where you are, basically. So for me, if I'm Canadian and a Canadian buys one of my products, I believe they're going to charge tax on that purchase. But if I'm Canadian selling to a US buyer, then there's no tax on that purchase. As far as I know, again, I'm not like a tax attorney or an accountant though, so not my forte. Question is, so Etsy's only going to send me 83 cents for my dollar design that I'm selling for my dollar designs that I'm selling for $1. Yeah, basically. Does she offer commercial use license for her Tumblr designs at $1? Yes, she does. She's selling to people who make tumblers. Do you think the government's going to squash AI? Well, try to regulate it at this point. Well, the AI that we're talking about is not the kind that's like going to take over a nuclear facility. So I don't know. Who knows what the future holds? But I mean, for us, just selling stuff on on Etsy, I don't think it's a problem. Email gives me hives. Okay. My friend's niece is a dancer, and the family price for tickets was $5.75. Wow. Jeez. So glad you're doing this. I've been busy and haven't joined your recent boot camps. This is a great package. Well, thank you. And my husband likes to make graphics. I need to get him involved. Oh, joined. Nice. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, that's the other reason I did this is I have different segments of people who prefer different things. And a lot of people don't want a live boot camp. They want a course. So I'm like, I kind of like courses too myself, and I hadn't done one in a while. I'm like, I got to get one out there on this because this is a topic that's going to be the future, and I want to be the first to have the best course possible out there on it. So I like this style because it's a lot, it's less stressful for me to deliver as well because I don't like right now I'm live and I can screw up and I can have spelling mistakes and I can have dogs bark. I could have these four kids playing football on the street in front of me, just driving the dogs nuts who are out in the backyard barking away right now. And when I'm shooting a video, I can be like, oh crap, that sucked. I can pause it, I can delete it, I can go get a drink of water, I can go, it's a better way. Okay, we're on in. Love it. We got people in already. How is this course different from your current subscription-based courses available at your website? Oh, so my group coaching program as well is live. So this is a recorded lessons, and my group coaching program with the live training, it's not taking the feedback from the beta group either to create the best possible version. It's kind of like, here's what I'm going to teach you, here's what I know, here you go, and implement it. But that compared to a boot camp, compared to the course, they're all a little bit different. So in my group coaching program, that's like buying season tickets to your favorite sports team. So you get access, you pay monthly, you get access to it, and you can go in and watch the live training sessions. The boot camps are like kind of like um, multiple concerts, I would say, and then a course is like one concert, like one event, one big event that you buy access to one time. So they're all just have slight different nuances to them. And like I said, the course allows me to really deliver a more polished product versus the live trainings that I do. Because on the live trainings, which some people like I'll make a mistake, or software won't work, or I'll get stuck, or somebody will ask me a question which will uh, change what I was going to say, or I'll forget what I was going to say. Whereas a course, because I can sit here, I can take my time, and I can plan things out. I think it just delivers a more not higher quality, but just polished end result for you. All right, I'm going to close with that. We've already got people in there, which is amazing. I love that, especially on live. So I'm going to close. I'm going to go get some lunch, let my dogs in, let them go bark at the people out front. You all have a great day. Take your time, think about it. But the card is going to close in a couple days. So if you are on the fence, I would just, you know what, dive in, take a chance. This is something that's going to deliver. It's going to make a lot of people a lot of money, and I hope you're one of them. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Everybody have a great day. And to the ones that are already in, thank you. I'll see you in a group in a minute.